to me is about the ability to know what is needed and do what is needed. Every time again, in every context. That makes the concept itself quite difficult to grasp, because it's not about leading people, it's not about having followers, it's about the ability to know what is needed in this moment, and that is what facilitation, I think, is about. It's like a dance. It's a dance of pushing and holding back, and like seeing openings, using humor, using enormous amounts of humor. I think seriousness is a huge trap. It's a huge trap. That's why humor is so incredible. It's opening context and making space, and I like to call it play, but that's I think in the moments that there is real flow, it feels like play. It feels totally not serious. It's very much innocent without being naive. I did a lot of work with activists in Egypt recently, and to say it bluntly, the majority of the country is totally depressed. They're kind of aware of their incapability, which is a painful phase, but necessary. And they feel also kind of guilty for the fact that they've created the situation. And not everybody, but it's a pretty decent group. That we have created this because we went out with all our innocence, with all our passion, with all our... A lot of people died. We died we fought for this other world, and now we're back in shit way more than we had before. And the humor of looking at that situation and saying like, listen, whoa, we as humans, look at the mess we create, look at how we're muddling about, how incredible. And to have compassion for the situation, together with a kind of humor of, whoa, what have we created? How? Because it's tragic and humorous at the same time. But the humor creates compassion and creates the ability to start accepting that this is what it is. And that help is a way to get out of the depression again and to feel, okay, we can start building something at least again. And to see that happening on a collective scale is quite fascinating to watch. And that the individuals that manage to do that are really role models that are quite powerful. They don't consider themselves a victim. They don't believe in rapid change, or they don't believe in the illusion of fast transition. They have a certain unwavering faith in, like, let's say, like a meta movement, as in they can zoom out and say, okay, but on the bigger scale of things, you know, we see that people are becoming more aware, we can see that there's movement, but if you're zooming in on the individual, it's still pretty tough, so they can zoom out. Well, intelligence also matters, actually. Intelligence is quite useful. It really helps. Or maybe the ability to look from an abstract level from time to time. That's probably the difference, not necessarily intelligence. I think one of the things that was very wonderful in this setting is that we could say, you know what, guys, we are born and we die, and in between we have time to make each other happy. If that is the thing that we can constantly remind ourselves of in the whole process of working together, and if it gets complicated, just remind yourself of that. That's wonderful.